Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually on the radar, not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do a research on for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the brand Pascal Morabito. Pascal Morabito is a French brand from France, and I unboxed and reviewed many of their fragrances before, and for a price they are quite impressive. This one in particular is from their Sultan line, and this one is called Sultan or Sultan Gold, or in French means gold. And this one is EDP Parfum 100ml. It's targeted unisex. Well, I unboxed and reviewed another Sultan from this line, which was Sultan OR. That was a beauty in a bottle, and this one is same realm. This is a beauty in a bottle. To my nose, is unisex, yes, but it leans a little bit on the feminine side. So if you care about these things, you need to put that in your consideration. But forget about what they market, what they say. Smell, taste, perfumes, colors, all these things don't have gender. It's all marketing BS. We are conditioned to think perfumes, smells, scents, fragrances have gender, which they don't whatsoever, because in nature you cannot go, oh, I smell something, oh, that's feminine. No, it's all same smell. Doesn't matter man or woman wear it. So the simplest solution to that is, if you like a smell, wear it. If you don't like a smell, don't wear it. As simple as that. Okay, so this beauty is Eau de Parfum 100ml. United Kingdom, you can find it under £30. For that price, this is a bargain. First thing first, this one is quite on the mature side. I would say 25 and up to be in the safe side. The reason is because it's got some complexity to it, and not only that, is because it's got some classical element in here, which makes it a little bit on the mature side. Although the DNA in here is very friendly, but recommendation is for 25 years and older. If you are a young lady or a young man and you like this kind of fragrances, it doesn't mean anything, it's only a recommendation. In terms of season, this is all year rounder, very versatile. You can use it in summer, in winter, no problem. It's got some freshness to it, yeah, you can use it in summer, and it's got depth and complexity to it, and the sweetness to it, you can use it in winter easily. In terms of occasion, this is very opulent, so it's very good for going out, for evening, for close encounter, for dating, for special occasion, for formal occasion, for things like that. It's beautiful. I was very what do you call it? I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of this fragrance. It punches above its weight, much higher. This one is under £30. It smells like £100 plus perfume. Is that good? So let's go to the what else? Yeah, I mentioned everything. Okay, let's go to the ratio for what I paid and what I get. So the ratio is ridiculously high in here. What I paid and what I got is gorgeous. Under £30, sometimes you can find it even under £20. That is a bargain. To some extent, it reminds me of two fragrances which are quite well known, especially for ladies. One is Lancome Poem, which is retails for £100. And the other one is Classique Female from Jean Paul Gaultier, or Le Fime. So Classique Le Fime by Jean Paul Gaultier, which is again around £100 for 100ml, and Poem by Lancome, which is £100 for 100ml. So if you like those two, most likely you like this. If you don't like those two, most likely you won't like this, because it's very close to those two. Although it's not a one-to-one to any of them, it's not inspired by any of them, it's not a copy of any of those, but it's quite reminiscent of those, because my wife have both of those perfumes in her collection, and I'm very familiar with those two. and she adores those perfumes. So when naturally she smelled this, she immediately said, I want it. And I said to her, let me finish my review and then you can have it. So imagine how good this is. So she said yes, it reminds her very strongly of Lancôme Poem and reminds her very strongly of Classique by Jean-Paul Gaultier, the female version of it. And also she said to some extent reminds her of Sicily by Dolce Gabbana, which was very surprising to me because she loved that fragrance, and I bought her a couple of bottle of it, but unfortunately it was discontinued and we couldn't buy it anymore. So when she smelled this, she said to some extent reminds her of that one, because that one is a very white floral heavy as well. So very, very beautiful fragrance, absolutely gorgeous for the price. This is a bargain. I highly recommend it for people who like this kind of fragrances. So the smell itself opens up. It's a huge citrus. It's an amalgamation of many citruses in here. I smell lemon, I smell bergamot, I'm smelling tangerine, I'm smelling grapefruit. It's just a beautiful amalgamation of so many citruses in here, and that gives it a super bright and happy opening. Very happy, very almost summery, although overall I classify this perfume as a semi-fresh rather than fresh, but it's got some freshness to it as well. So it opens up with those beautiful citruses plus a little bit of fruity aspect to it, which is not a descriptive. That means you cannot tell exactly what kind of fruit in here. Maybe there's a little bit of pear in here, a little bit of peach in here as well, but just in that vein of fruitiness. So it opened up very fruity, very citrusy, sweet. There's a big vanilla in the base, which given it that sweetness as well. The sweetness in here is 6 to 7, if 10 being the sweetest fragrance ever. So it is quite sweet, but it's not overly sweet. And the sweetness in here is done very well with other notes in here. So it goes very well with other notes. Then you almost immediately faced with huge white florals. So this is a white floral dominant perfume. You need to like your white floral to enjoy this, especially little bit of that andolic feel of white florals. The biggest player to my nose is Jasmine. Yeah, first is Jasmine, and then is tuberose, and then is orange blossom. So all these three together plus the ylang ylang, giving it a little bit of that tropical feel, a little bit of that banana feel to it as well. So the the ylang ylang in here reminded my wife, I think, for Sicily Dolce Gabbana, because that one had the ylang ylang, which was very creamy and it was very banana smell to it. This one's got banana smell to it as well. So giving it a little bit of tropical feel overall, but it's dominated by white florals. So you need to like your white florals to enjoy this. White florals, and more white florals. And it's deep and complex, and it's very thick and very rich. So this perfume is quite rich for what you're paying. For the price, is amazingly rich. So the white florals are dominant, and as I said, first Jasmine, then tuberose, and then orange blossom, and to some extent ylang ylang as well, but it's quite noticeable in here. But isn't of the white floral is the second player, the ylang ylang in here. So in the base we have amber and vanilla, which are dominant. The amber in here is quite gooey, is quite sticky, is quite sweet, is quite resinous, and the vanilla in here is beautiful. It's a very rich vanilla, but it's not overly sweet. And there's a sandalwood cedar combination in the base as well to give it even more creamier feel. Overall, this fragrance, apart from the first 5 minutes, which could be a hint of sharpness in here, is very smooth. It's very creamy. It's very rich. It's very dense and thick. And that was the surprise of this fragrance for under £30. That surprised me. Cinnamon, it gives in another aspect of warmth and sweetness, plus a little bit of that spicy aspect as well. So a little bit of nutmeg ice feeling as well. So a little bit nutty, a little bit cinnamony as well. But they're not big player. They are rather than nuances than big player. The ginger in here giving a little bit of that fresh spicy feel together as well, but again it's a nuance rather than a big player. So overall, if you like what I described, Mamma Mia, this is a gorgeous fragrance, especially for a price. I absolutely enjoy this. Wifey absolutely loved it. My daughter absolutely enjoyed it as well, which is quite unusual, because usually if I like a fragrance or perfume, she doesn't like it. She thinks too strong for her. And also when wifey likes something, she doesn't like, because my wife likes strong fragrances as well. So that was a good surprise there. So white florals and more white florals. This is dominant by white florals, giving a little of that andolic feel. Citruses are massive in the beginning, especially the first hour of this fragrance. They are very, very dominant, and there's a little bit of fruitiness, as I said, maybe a hint of peach and a hint of pear in here as well. It's quite sweet, which is mainly coming from cinnamon, vanilla, and the amber in here, but not overly sweet. It's very ample enough. It's not too much, it's not too little. It goes very well with everything else in here. Yellow flowers, which is mainly that ylang ylang, which is, I said, gives in a little bit of that tropical feel, plus a little bit of that banana feel to it as well. The white florals are dominant. The tuberose, I said, is a second to the jasmine, and orange blossom is second and is a third to the jasmine as well. Little bit of andolic feel, and the vanilla in the base is very, very nicely done, very creamy and smooth overall. So if you like what I described, to me this is a no-brainer. I highly recommend it. I never recommend blind buy in my videos for obvious reasons, because we all have different tastes, different upbringing, different cultural background, different climate, different lifestyle, and so on and so forth. All these aspects makes you as an individual, what you like and what you dislike in perfumes, very unique. So I don't say go on blind buy, but this one, Mamma Mia, I don't think majority of people, if they buy this, they'll be surprised how good this is, and that's why I highly recommend it. Beautiful perfume. If you like the two perfumes I mentioned, Lancôme Poème and Classique by Jean-Paul Gaultier, you will love this because it's very similar to those two. But if you forget those two, on its own, this is a gorgeous fragrance, beautifully done, very smooth, very rounded, very well blended, very good ingredients for a price, and also smells quite rich and complex, again for a price I paid. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, you encourage me, you motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. This one, nowhere to be seen. I'm the only one reviewed it, and I'm very proud to find something super hidden gem like this for you guys. Okay, and if you are interested to purchase one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that as well. I leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So they are true handmade perfumes just for the lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them big, bold, very strong, very deep, very dense, very long lasting perfumes, and they are very unique and very artistic, and they smell like history. They smell like time capsule. It takes you places, takes you different memories as well. Thank you very much as always for watching and supporting and showing love, and I see you later. Bye.